And Leroy Chiao. So, Leroy, this about-face, this new promise, at least from the Russian Space Agency, to stay with this program, to stay with the space station. What does that mean for the astronauts up there? What does it mean for the research and for everything you're trying to do?
Well, it's not really an about-face. The original threat was just bluster. Everybody in the business knew it because Russia has no choice. They have nothing else. If they abandon the ISS, they have nowhere to go. Unless they're willing to walk away from their human spaceflight program, sure, they can launch their spacecraft, but what's it going to do? Orbit the Earth for a few days, then return? So, of course, they were going to stay in the ISS program, and then this idea they were going to build their own station, that's not going to happen anytime soon. Frankly, they don't have the money. You know, the United States has been carrying Russia from the beginning and continues to with money-wise, and they don't have the expertise anymore. Their infrastructure, frankly, has been diminishing. Most of the people that knew how to do things have retired or passed on, and so they're in no position to do anything but continue to cooperate with the ISS. Now, as far as Sergei Krikalev goes, I know him very well. He was here at NASA for the first time in the 1990s when I was at NASA, and we got to know each other over the years and met each other aboard the International Space Station. So he's very much a pilot, a cosmonaut, technical guy, and so he understands all this. He's not a politician, and so it's not a surprise to hear this from him, and I hope he doesn't get in a lot of trouble for saying these things. But those of us in the business, it's really no surprise.
All right. Glad to get the context. They're up there. They will be up there tomorrow at 5, this new crew for the International Space Station. They're going to be conducting 200 experiments. What could we learn?
Well, the ongoing research aboard the ISS is geared primarily towards understanding the negative effects of spaceflight on humans and living systems and how we can mitigate those negative things. The idea, of course, being that before we send a crew somewhere like Mars, we want to make sure that we have a good understanding and good plan on how to deal with these negative biomedical effects. The other part of the research, the big part, is on materials, new kinds of materials, pharmaceuticals, things like that are ongoing. And so there'll be a combination of primarily those kinds of experiments, but other investigations as well. And ISS is continuing to prove itself as the world's premier microgravity laboratory.